Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Cracked Open. Today, I'm opening up the GameStation Pro Atari by My Arcade that comes with 200 plus video games and a lot more, guys, alright? So stay tuned because this is my first Atari console and a lot of these games are going to be new to me and I'm excited. Let's get into it.
Buff Sprite. Buff Sprite. Buff Sprite. Buff Sprite.
Alright guys, so first things first, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. When you open the box, you get an HDMI cable, a USB-C power cable, and you get a few other things. I already opened it and has set it up, so unfortunately I couldn't show you guys me cracking open the box and all that stuff, but you get the standard cables that you're gonna need to power the console. You don't get the power brick to plug the console in, but I'm sure you guys will have that already. Now, a couple of other things you get in there, which I thought, this one thing I thought was kind of cool. I don't know how much it means or anything like that, but I thought it was cool. Is that you get your certificate of authenticity and for the console itself. So I thought that was pretty neat. So make sure if you buy this that you get one of those in there. That's how you know that it's an authentic My Arcade retro video game system. All right, guys, make sure you get that in there. Now, the second thing you're gonna see, the next thing you're gonna see when you open the box is this small red box, and in there, in that small red box, you got a couple of things. The first thing is gonna be the GameStation Pro user manual. And that's pretty straightforward, guys. You know, if you've ever bought any kind of console or handheld console or any kind of console like that, you're gonna get one of these in there 9 times out of 10. I usually breeze through it kind of quick and then sniff it because I like the smell. It brings me back to my childhood of opening up the video game boxes and smelling the booklet and stuff like that. If you guys watch my videos, you know I got a problem with that, so don't judge me, okay? Only God can judge me. And the other thing you get is this fold out here, and it just has a bunch of other products by My Arcade, different kind of handheld consoles, and like they have the pocket players here. They got the tabletop arcade consoles and stuff like that. And they're just letting you know what's out there for you to collect, especially if you're into retro gaming. They specialize, this is their focus, I'm gonna assume, creating these kind of consoles for people to enjoy. So if you're interested in that, guys, here's a quick little sneak peek of what they got. They got all kinds of stuff. Space Invader handheld, Mega Man comes with 6 video games. They got the Street, which I'm pretty sure like the Mega Man one is Mega Man 1 to 6 on there. And they even down here they're showing you they got stuff coming soon, so who knows what else they got coming out. All right, guys, so if you're interested in that, you know what I mean, I'm sure you could Google that and look that up as well. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of opening this up, because the most important part to me is the system, the console itself, how it feels, how it looks, and the controllers. The nice thing about this system is that you get 2 controllers. They can be connected by wire to the system and run that way, or they can be battery powered, right? So right under here, you're going to see a little screw and a little tab you pull out, and you need 4 AA batteries per controller, guys. Okay, so be aware of that. If you don't have cords, you're gonna need the batteries to run it wireless. All right, now the first thing, I already put the batteries in here, and one of the things that I noticed off the bat is that it's a very light controller. This is my first time really sitting down and playing a game console with a controller like this. I'm sure that I played it in the past, but never paid attention to it. I was probably too young or just in a rush or whatever the case may be. So I think that is very important, even if you're not using batteries. I'll be honest with you, like the weight is important to me personally. I think it's very important, so it makes a big difference in my opinion, and especially depending on how you're going to be playing. If you're going to mount it on a tabletop, or I don't know, like I'm going to assume people play with their, with two hands and don't mount it at all. I think that the weight of the battery makes a big difference. So I know off bat, I'm going to prefer playing that way as opposed to playing with the controller connected to the console by a wire. Okay, but it comes with two controllers, so you're gonna need 8 AA batteries, so be aware of that. And yeah, guys, these are the controllers. Overall, they feel good. The buttons feel good. Yeah, it's gonna be my first time. I'm gonna, once I power up the system and get into it and start playing some games, we'll see how I like using these type of controllers. I'm curious to see what these are for here. Uh, yeah, that's that. Oh, wait, no, before I forget, so you got your home button here. So you got the home button, you got your select button, you got your start button. Obviously, you got your A and B button. Then you got the knob. And over here, I don't know if you guys could see that right there, right? You got a couple of things right here. Okay, the first one's going to be your on and off. The next one's going to be where you plug in your USB. And then you're going to have your wireless indicator there. And then you have a menu button. And the menu button, I believe, is to control the lights. So with this whole system, it has RGB lights. It's really dope. Let me see if I can turn it on real quick for you. There you go. Okay, nice. See? So the console has that as well, and both controllers have that. Let me turn them both on for you guys. Just what the heck, right? Why not? Right? So it'll do that while you play. You got that going. So I'm pretty sure you can change how they light up and stuff like that with that menu button. I haven't gotten that far into it, but I'm gonna bet that's what that's for. All right. So you got that feature in the controller, and as you can see, because the controller's on, the wireless indicator is blinking as well to let you know how it, what mode you're in there. All right, so that's that. I'm going to turn those off, put those aside. Okay, what else? And finally, guys, the console itself. All right, console itself. Off the bat, I feel like it's a good size, and I like the weight of it. It doesn't feel cheap at all. You got a home button here, and you got your power button right on the top there. You got your Atari symbol on the front here. You have your two, I don't know if you guys can see that, you got the two where you plug in your controllers there, USB ports right there. Let's see, on the other side you got your HDMI out, and you got your power, USB for power there, right? You guys see that? There you go. And then you have a reset there. Okay. And on the other side here, right here, you got a micro SD slot. All right. There's nothing in there right now, but I'm going to assume that's so that you can do your thing. You can upload games. You can put games on a micro SD and play those games if you want to. That's what I'm assuming. I haven't gotten that far again, guys, but I mean, it's always nice when they give you the option, you know what I mean? So maybe in the future, as I get to learn the console and stuff like that and learn about the different games, I'm gonna test that out. On this console itself, it has Atari 2600, Atari 5200, the Atari 7800, and the Atari Arcade. So I'd probably know out of all of these games, like if we're just looking at the top of the box right here, I know Centipede, I know Asteroids, I know Pong, right? I know those games. So I don't know, when I power it on, I'm gonna show you guys some gameplay footage actually right now, and we're gonna see what games I know, and how many of them I don't know, and we're gonna see if I'm gonna let you guys know if I like playing this style of game. I know it's older. I know that. I'm prepared to be open-minded about it as well. I've definitely played some of these games in the past, but I just never took time to really sit down and figure out if I would enjoy it and it would become something that I go back to on a regular basis. So this will be the first time I do that. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you guys the gameplay footage now. Alrighty guys, here's some gameplay footage for the My Arcade Atari Gamestation Pro 200 games plus. I tried to count it quickly. Can't say I counted 200 games, but that's a-okay because I only got to play about 20, if that. So we're not going to complain about it having less for now. And at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure they put that USB slot there so that we could add our own game. So I'm not stressing that too much, guys, okay? So to get into it, the first thing I decided to look at was the home screen and the layout, the music that played and stuff like that. And I compared it to consoles like the SNES Mini, the Sega Genesis Mini, stuff like that, those classics systems. And I have to say that I liked it, and the people that I played it with, they liked it as well. It definitely puts you in a playing like a gaming mood. You know what I mean? The background, being in an arcade and stuff like that. And the music was cool too. Isn't my favorite of them all? No, it's not. But do I like it? I absolutely do. It reminds me of the few times I went to the arcade in my neighborhood. I believe it was called Sky Games. Sky Games Arcade, I believe is what it was called. Yes, that was it. And I didn't go all the time, but I know Caroline's brothers and stuff would be. They told me they lived there, so you know it was a staple of the community for a long time. They had a few locations over here in Toronto. They're not. I don't think they're around anymore, but I remember them very well. So it reminded me of that, which was nice, you know. So I give that a 5 out of 5 because it did that for me immediately. Kind of brought me back to my childhood, just like the other mini classic consoles, which I'm very appreciative of. Especially because I didn't grow up playing this console. It's not my era. It's not something that I have too much nostalgia for. So for it to do that for me goes to show you that you know, just off the bat, that it holds a place in the retro gaming community for sure, 100%. And I'm sure that there's memories there that I always say this, I perhaps just can't recall right away. But I've definitely played some of these games before, and so that helps as well. Now, when it comes, I did make a point to point out the joysticks in the beginning, and that the joysticks I found them to be very light. You could play with them corded, or you could play them wirelessly. Whether you're playing it with a wire or wirelessly, I think you should put the battery in it, because I found them to be very light. And to be honest with you, I didn't like it. I played it wirelessly, and I had the batteries in there. Obviously, that's the only way to work. And I think I just got to get used. It's something to get used to. You know what I mean? I'm used to playing with my Xbox controller. It's my favorite controller to play with. I believe the Xbox controller has the best feel of all console controllers, and the only one better than that I would have to say is I would either go with Super Nintendo, and to be honest with you, maybe even N64, you know, which I don't think a lot of people appreciated that controller. But yeah, the controller experience, the joystick experience, I'll probably give that, if I'm being honest with you, like a 2 out of 5. But again, it's because, you know, it's gonna take some getting used to, and I know that. So take that with a grain of salt. Now, when it comes to rating the overall experience, playing the games, navigating the menu and stuff like that, getting to what game you want to play, or just looking through things, I don't think it's that difficult at all. Navigating the setup, I don't think it's that hard to do. I think once you go through it a few times, you're gonna understand it. So I'm gonna give that probably like a 3 or a 4 out of 5. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. I think it's straightforward, and they even give you a small breakdown at the beginning of the game to kind of tell you what buttons you have to use on the controller to play, and what what your goal in the game is and stuff like that. What, you know, when you're playing the game, what are you supposed to be doing? With that said, they give you that, but sometimes it's still kind of confusing to play the game, you know what I mean? And I guess it's because I didn't grow up playing this style of game too much. Like, I think it's the graphics that really throwing me off, because it's like things don't look like what it's supposed to look like. Like, they'll say this is this, but they don't look like that. Like, you know, like a sword looked like a Subway sandwich. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get it. So you looking for this like a key, but the key looked like a strawberry. It's like, it's not making sense, right? So you got to get used to that and understanding the graphics and what you're looking for. So for me, that was kind of it was a little bit of, you know, again, something to get used to. So in that sense, like, again, navigating it, I would give it maybe like a 4 to 5. But playing the actual games, getting to learn to play the games, if you're new to this old of a this era of gaming, I should say old. Let me not date you guys out there. You know I love you guys, right? I'd probably give it like a 2 out of 5. You know what I mean? And the reason why I'm doing that is going to lead into the next thing I was looking at is, would I go back and play this often? I don't think I'm going to do that by myself. If I have people to play with, I think it'll be more fun that way, and I like this console for that reason, and the games that they have here. A lot of them you really can't even play without having another person to play with, you know what I mean? So with that said, it's like, you know, I'm going to play with my family for sure, you know what I mean? I'm going to play with my friends for sure, because, you know, as dudes, we always looking for something to compete, you know, against each other in any way. And so it's gonna be just fun to kick back, you know what I mean, with the kids and stuff like that, and family and play, you know what I mean. And Caroline's always gonna want to play some games once in a while, and I love whooping her. So it's like sometimes she beats me too, but you guys know what I mean, right? So that's gonna be a fun experience as well. But I'm gonna say overall, I'll probably give it a 2 out of 5 until I develop a deeper understanding and just more experience with it and give it some more time. I'm sure I'm gonna fall in love with it like everything else, like every other game that I didn't give a chance in the past, or just didn't get a chance to really give any love and attention to. So, you know, guys, like I always say in these videos, my opinion is not the be all end all. And would I recommend this? I would absolutely recommend it. I think it's an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to expand your understanding of gaming, you know, learn something new, and learn something about yourself even, you know what I mean? Because if you like these kind of joysticks and you never grew up playing old school arcade games, you know, you might want to find a way, you know, buy those controllers for your console after playing with these, and you might be good at playing that way and you didn't even know, you know what I mean? So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I think that's really all I got for now. Let me know what you guys think, if you've played this before, if you have this console, if you're thinking about grabbing it, if there's any Atari games that you love to play, let me know, guys, in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys again for watching. Thank you again for listening. I appreciate it. And until next time, guys, peace.